You know, I look back on my, you know, I've been on the road for about 35 years or whatever, playing with these guys that I had only hoped to shake hands with, and became friends, and they taught me, mentored me. So when I look back, I realized what a long shot that was, and by the grace of God it happened. But I think it was key that I was fortunate enough at a young age to encounter these mentors, and they could mold me. So I had those big, I was fortunate to play with these big artists that were also interested in mentoring and having bands. Like, you know, even before, you know, the first big, huge thing was obviously Chick Corea. But before that, I worked with, also, I have to say, you know, Victor Feldman's trio, people, all the Brazilian guys that I worked with that really shaped my, Ayrton, Joe Farrell, and then later Freddie Hubbard, and then Chick, and through Chick I met Herbie, and through Chick I met Wayne. So these were, Chick was a catalyst, I would say a huge turning point in my career. Because even though I was playing with people before that, I also played with Larry Carl and Robin Ford and different people. When I played with Chick, he took me around the world, and all of a sudden we were everywhere. And it was one of those things that nobody could contrive, really. It was a turning point where he went from doing some projects after not having a real band for a while, and he put that electric band together, and then that somehow that struck a nerve with musicians, and we wound up playing for many, 10 years, you know, and the trio. So I think having that early access to someone who could challenge and mentor me and really kick my butt, you know, like, man, getting on this, I always tell people the story of the first time you know, I've been playing, doing really well in LA. I was blessed, I was doing a lot of gigs, and then I got with Chick, and I remember feeling like at that point, because I had really tried to develop as an improviser and playing over, you know, so I felt like, okay, I think I'm going to be okay over these changes, and then start to blow after one of his piano solos, first of all, and you're like, okay, check please, you know, do I really have to play now? Can I go home? And then all of a sudden I started playing in the comp, it was like, bah, hoo, bah. It was like, you know, in the round with George, you know, with Joe Frazier, and, you know, Muhammad Ali, it was like, boom, jab, boom, boom. The comping was so fierce, it was way better than my solo. So I was getting blown off the stand, and I was like, okay, I have to man up here. I got to learn how to be more authoritative and really tell a story and you know, really tell the truth about what I'm trying to say, and do it clearly, you know, and have rhythmic, you know, weight behind what I lay in there, and you know, I have to be able to survive that comping, because the comping is so deep and amazing, you know. So that was my first, that was a big watershed for me, you know.